A dream is born. Toulon's dramatic 28-27 victory over the Stormers. The Stade Mayol was alive with anticipation and tension on Saturday as Toulon edged out Stormers in a breathtaking 28-27 thriller during the Investec Champions Cup round of 16. In front of 27,000 fervent fans under a scorching 27-degree sun, the atmosphere in Toulon was electric, the city spilling into the streets, ready to witness a spectacle of rugby theatre. What unfolded was nothing short of remarkable. A game defined by courage, resilience, and a young star seizing the moment to announce himself on Europe's biggest stage. Gaël Drean, the French wing who had impressed on his national debut earlier this year, scored twice in this knockout match, leaving an indelible mark on the tournament. His first try came from beautiful interplay down the short side, with Nacho Brex feeding David Ribbans on the carry before Drean used his pace to round Léolin Zaz and set up the opening score for Ben White. His second, more spectacular try arrived in the 31st minute, after Tomás Albornoz launched a 35-meter pass that Drean collected at full stride, outpacing defenders and showing the composure of a player far beyond his years. With that performance, Drean solidified his place among the Champions Cup's leading try-scorers and signaled to Europe that Toulon have discovered something truly special. Forward dominance against a South African pack. While Drean stole the headlines, Toulon's victory was rooted in an extraordinary forward performance. South African teams have long been physically dominant in Europe, often overpowering Northern Hemisphere packs. The Stormers arrived with a forward group built to test Toulon's mettle, but the French side met the challenge head-on, winning collisions and setting the tone for the match. Charles Ollivon led the charge with carries that consistently gained ground, while David Ribbans and Mika Shiashvili brought ferocious energy in the tight exchanges. In the scrum, Jean-Baptiste Gros and Kyle Sinclair applied pressure with authority, providing a platform that allowed Toulon's backs to exploit space and convert forward dominance into scoring opportunities, even when reduced to 14 men and then 13 late in the match after Mae Nonu received a yellow card for head contact. Toulon's forwards held firm. Nacho Brex delivered a game-defining hit on Ruan Nel in the closing stages, epitomizing the defensive commitment that kept the Stormers at bay. In a dramatic finale, Ollivon held up a Stormers try on his own line with the clock red, a display of leadership and determination that left no doubt about the heart of Toulon's pack. Ribbans' performance earned him player of the match, highlighting the significance of his carrying and defensive work. The halfback battle. Toulon prevails. Another critical element of Toulon's victory was the supremacy of their halfback pairing. The game featured four world-class halfbacks, White and Albornoz for Toulon, Renac and Sasha Feinbergen-Gomezulu for the Stormers. Ben White executed a near-perfect kicking game, keeping the Stormers back three under constant pressure and creating territory for his forwards to exploit. Tomás Albornoz produced 2 try assists of genuine brilliance and showed maturity beyond his years, managing the tempo and key moments in the second half. For the Stormers, Renac's speed and sniping threat was a constant danger, but he lacked the platform to make a sustained impact. Feinbergen-Gomezulu, however, made an immediate impression off the bench, delivering a nonchalant chip through that created a try and briefly swung momentum in the Stormers' favor. Yet, it was Toulon's halfbacks who ultimately won the tactical battle, blending creativity and control to guide the team to victory in a game decided by fine margins. Overcoming errors and controversial decisions. Toulon's path to victory was not without challenge. Handling errors in the first half repeatedly gifted the Stormers advantageous field position, allowing the visitors to threaten despite the home side's dominance. Several refereeing decisions also went against Toulon, including an unpunished pullback by Zaz on Drean's arm near the try line, an onside call that benefited the Stormers, and a penalty at a scrum that Toulon had largely dominated. Yet, through all this, Toulon's resilience and composure shone. Despite mistakes and missed opportunities, the team maintained belief and executed when it mattered most. The victory highlighted the character of the squad, combining young talent, experienced leadership, and sheer determination to secure a narrow but deserved win. Paris' farewell European campaign. Adding further weight to the occasion was the presence of Sergio Paris, who is in his final European season before transitioning to a forwards coaching role with Italy. Paris' words before the game emphasized the emotional significance. This match was a season-defining moment for Toulon, and the players responded with a performance worthy of the club's storied European legacy. Toulon's decision to focus energy and resources on the Champions Cup, rather than the struggling top 14 season, 11th in the table, 5 matches without a league win, paid dividends. This was a side sharper, more cohesive, and more physically committed than anything produced domestically this season. The experience of Nonu and Dion Fourie in the closing stages further anchored the team's resolve, helping navigate a pressure-filled finale and guiding Toulon into the quarterfinals. The road to Bilbao and quarterfinals. With this narrow 28-27 victory, Toulon now turn their attention to the Champions Cup quarterfinals, with the ultimate goal being the final on May 23 in Bilbao. The performance against the Stormers demonstrates that despite a difficult domestic campaign, Toulon can harness talent, experience, and tactical acumen to compete at the highest level in Europe. Key lessons from this match include the importance of 1. Emerging talent rising to the occasion. Drean's 2 tries and composure on a huge stage show the next generation of stars can define games in elite competitions. 2. Forward dominance under pressure. The pack's physicality and resilience proved decisive, highlighting the significance of leadership from Ollivon, Ribbans, and Shiashvili. 3. Half-back control and tactical awareness. White and Albornoz orchestrated the win, managing game tempo and key moments with intelligence. 4. Discipline and mental toughness. Overcoming yellow cards, errors, and adverse refereeing decisions exemplified Toulon's character. 5. Emotional leadership. Paris' presence and the collective determination of experienced campaigners provided the extra edge in a one-point thriller. The quarterfinals promise a new challenge, but Toulon's performance in front of a passionate Stade Mayol crowd demonstrated that on the European stage, they remain a force to be reckoned with. Conclusion. A victory etched in Toulon history. This match will be remembered as a showcase of courage, skill, and drama. Gaël Drean's emergence, the pack's resilience, and the halfback's composure combined to secure a last-gasp victory that will live long in the memory of Toulon supporters. With the road to Bilbao ahead and Champions Cup glory within reach, Toulon have sent a clear signal. They are a team capable of overcoming adversity and rising to the occasion when it matters most. The Stade Mayol was more than a stadium on Saturday. It was a cauldron, a theater of rugby excellence, and the perfect stage for a team to reaffirm its place among Europe's elite.